Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful special day. And boy, do we have an adventure waiting for you. We're so excited. Well, welcome to Speak Up and Empower with Real Talk Travel. Speak Up and Empower is an online membership of individuals that are experts in the field and they have something important to say. I'm with Real Talk Travel. And of course, yes, I've got something important to say about travel, and an adventure is waiting. And of course, we have a special guest with us, Jerry from Dominica. And he's actually going to tell us about this beautiful, gorgeous paradise island that you need to be going to ASAP. Jerry, take it away and let's start this adventure.
Let's do it, Susan. We always start off by saying Saka Fet. And in Dominica, Saka Fet means what's happening, what's going on. And what's happening is we're here talking real talk travel with Susan, and we're focusing on Dominica, the nature island. Let's take it away. Thank you, Susan. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Susan, I love talking to you during the presentation, so make sure you jump in every now and then, okay?
I will certainly do that.
All right, this is awesome. So let's take it away. Okay, first off, for those, they know us, they love us. We call it Dominica. We are not the Dominican Republic. So if you're here for the Dominican Republic, you could leave, or no, better yet, just come to Dominica. That's what we want. So
absolutely.
We are the nature island, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So we have a lot of exciting things we're going to share. I'm going to do a little bit of background. Let me tell you about Dominica for those that need a refresher, that may not be familiar or may not have known. So let's take it away. Dominica is located between the Caribbean Sea and the North Atlantic Ocean. If you think on a Caribbean map, we're on the easterly side. We're between Guadeloupe and Martinique. And you got to think Barbados, Antigua is within our range there. And that's easily how you can get to us from, by connecting through Barbados or Antigua. And we'll talk about the flights more later on. I mentioned the nature island. That is what we are known for because we are a lush, beautiful island. We have it's green. When you look at a map overview of it, there's flora and fauna across the entire island. We have 365 rivers, one for every day of the year. It is super exciting, and a number of waterfalls, and we're going to be showing you some of the beautiful imagery.
Hey, river tubing, here we come.
There you go. You remember. I love it. We'll talk about that. So, again, thinking how many people are on the island, I know people always ask me, so how large is the island? What's the space like? What are the population? Well, there's 72,000 people inhabiting the island. And you got to think, that's over a 749 square kilometer range. So it's a small boutique island, but there's so much to do within it because it's high. It's got a dormant volcano. It's got hills that you can hike. So it's exciting. Again, most of the population lives in the capital city of Roscoe, which is downtown, which is like, and English is the official language, which is great. And people, especially Canadians, love it because there's a large portion that speak Creole French, and they love speaking French to the locals. So a little bit about us further. We have been designated safe travels by the WTTC. We've received our stamp for that global and hygiene for travel and tourism. That was earlier this year. So we're very happy to have met those protocols by the WHO and the CDC as well, which is very important nowadays, as we all know. Right, Susan?
Yes, everybody wants to be safe. And believe me, they've gone out of their way to be safe.
You got it. I love it. I love it. The food. People ask me, tell me about the food. I want to eat when I go to the Caribbean. So what's interesting is this is an island that's rooted in roots, vegetables, fruits. There's crops all around. So you can imagine there's a lot of like yams, breadfruit. There's things with cornmeal called couscous. There's a number of other things, of course, because you have the Caribbean Sea next to you, that you have a lot of fresh fish and conch and crab and lobsters. And it's not the larger lobsters that we're used to from Maine, but it's more the smaller spiny ones that are juicier and flavorful, which are always great to have. So this is just a quick photo, but there's a lot of specialties in Dominica that you can have that are very good.
I'm getting hungry now.
I know. I was like, this is perfect timing right before dinner. I love it. Yeah. So, we talked a little bit about it, but I'd love to share some fun, interesting facts that people may not have been aware of. I talk about that the island may be smaller, but it's tall. And what's interesting is that the highest mountain peak is over 4,700 feet high. I mean, that's high. So you got to imagine there's a lot of hills and maps and driveways and roadways that you can go along, which is exciting. which makes it more fun and active. For any movie fans that may be interested or maybe watching the movies tonight, if you're watching on Disney, plus it's the Pirates of the Caribbean. The second and third movies were filmed in Dominica because they needed some unspoiled islands in the Caribbean, and Dominica offered that perfectly because in a positive way, it's the land that time forgot. Some people mention it because it hasn't been overdeveloped, which is good. It maintains that nature aspect, which is authentic, because everyone says they're nature and they're this, but again, that's not authentic. They say that, but they may not be. Dominica truly is, and we will show you more why.
Mm-hmm.
Morne-Trois-Pitons National Park is an official UNESCO World Heritage Site. Again, in the Caribbean, you have a handful of destinations that have that UNESCO certification, so we are excited for that. And also, Dominica's Boiling Lake is the second largest hot spring in the world. So again, you don't have to travel to Europe. You can go to the Caribbean to get that hot spring feel.
Yes.
Right?
Longest hike there.
Yes, and we're going to get to that. You remember. I love it. I'm glad that you do. And I want to touch on a new thing that we've launched. Dominica's launched an In Nature program. And this is a global campaign to focus on the rejuvenating, transformative nature and natural experiences. And it's through two programs, a Work in Nature program and a Safe in Nature program. That's more for the business and personal side. And again, Dominica has really, you can go on their website, discoverdominica.com, and they've really had a handle on the protocols during this pandemic to allow travelers to really enjoy everything safely while allowing others to be able to take care of themselves. You know, we have no deaths, barely any cases, so it's just a matter of proper management. And I talked about these two programs that make up the In Nature program. The Work in Nature program is basically, you can have an extended stay visa for those that work remotely, because now people are working remotely more and they're thinking maybe I'll travel more for mental health and to sort of relieve myself because I need that break, that mental break. And the idea is you can work remotely in Dominica with this extended visa.
What an office.
Oh, can you imagine? That's your view? Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, that, and the Wi-Fi is perfect too.
There you go.
This program also gives you key incentives such as duty-free and discounts with certain providers. And again, you can work within the Win Village, which is a remote working community, so to speak, for these digital traveling nomads. The next part, again, and finally, I do want to say you can get those applications through windominica.gov.dm, and there is a cost. It's $100 US for the application, and then there's a fee per person or per family. But again, it's super cost to work there on an extended visa and to live there and to feel better. How could you put a price tag on mental health, really, and working in a better environment, right?
No.
So the next part, safe in nature. For those that are just going for a personal vacation, because we touched on the business side, this is geared towards those people that during the pandemic, they still want to have an experience if they're waiting for results. So the idea is, versus just sitting in a hotel and waiting it out, you are able to have a managed experience on your own with key properties, water tour operators, if you're still waiting for those results. So that's a bonus that they've put together.
That's
and they
awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. So you don't have to wait in your hotel, especially when you're in a beautiful destination like this. And again, they have over 50 certified properties and operators that can make your trip exciting still. And again, with these regulations, it's always important. And again, I'm going to share this later, but people that are watching this can go on the website and look at the participating hotels if they're interested. But again, this is key for those that are still waiting for test results. So there you go. We've talked a lot about great things and fun facts. People want to know, I got to get to Dominica today. What can I do? So
I'm packed.
This is important. Just announced. I'm going to get to this. Is just announced. American Airlines will offer direct flights between Miami and Dominica. So
way to go! Yay!
This is exciting.
Yes.
So for any Canadians that wonder, I mean, currently you have to travel to a number of connectors, which I'll point out shortly, like Barbados, San Juan, Antigua, and then you connect and go to Dominica. Here, people know Miami. It's a 3-hour flight, and I believe it's an hour flight to Dominica from Miami. It's exciting, and this will be a lot of fun. So again, I will confirm that, but we know that it's going to start Wednesday, December 8th this year. You could start booking this week as soon as now, and it operates twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So it's going to be very exciting, and more to come on flights.
That's awesome.
Oh, it is. We're super excited. So there are two main airports. We have the Douglas Charles Airport, which is the main airport, and then we have the Canefield one, which is more for private planes. Most visitors will arrive in the Douglas Charles, as is the larger one. And again, I mentioned about the connecting flights, and now Miami will be added to that, but I'm going to show a few more destinations. And before I go, I do want to mention, of course, some of you are familiar with Dominica as a cruise port. Many of you Canadians have taken a cruise and have had a sampler of Dominica for a day and thought it was beautiful. Well, you could do the cruise as well if you'd like, but you can do a flight and stay longer. So I mentioned about another interesting, exciting thing. If you thought the Miami news was enough, Susan, wait till you hear about it. Dominica is building a new international airport.
This is so exciting. Yes.
This is more exciting than the Miami. And you got to think, we have two big news items now.
Mm-hmm.
The construction has started, and it's going to be completed by 2025. But this is going to be an international airport that can invite, we're hoping to have some Canadian flights. Hint, hint, Air Canada, if you're watching.
Yes, Air Canada, let's go.
We need to get you. WestJet, we need to get you. And Air Transat and Sunwing, we need to get you. So that's the idea. They're going to be building this. So we're going to be talking in the next years, planning these flights with these tour operators to get people there more easily and more direct is the goal.
Direct, right. That's awesome.
So I was talking about a map. This is a quick map. You see, like, there's points: San Juan, Saint Martin, from Guadeloupe, Martinique, Antigua, Barbados. These are quick island jumpers. You get there, and then you do like a quick puddle jumper to get to Dominica in 45 minutes to an hour. So this is why it's very exciting, and that we're adding Miami to that, and that the news of the international airport is also more exciting. So there you go. We've talked about how to get there, and you're all excited because, wow, I could get there from Miami, or in a few years I can get there direct, hopefully, which is going to be even more exciting.
Can't wait.
But now,
more opportunity for everybody to visit. Yeah.
I agree, Susan. There's going to be more opportunity, and we're going to chat more to push more of Dominica. And everyone, you need to book through Susan if you want to come to Dominica. That's the goal. That's what we want to do. Susan, you talked about a lot of things like river tubing, a lot of exciting things.
Yes.
Now let's talk about some of what Dominica is known for, because everyone can offer adventure and whatnot, but Dominica is truly immersed in nature, and it's beautiful. It's adventure, and there's a number of things I'm going to go through here. We're going to start with hiking. Of course, with the mountainous terrains that they have, Dominica has that variety of challenges for if you want to be a low active walker to a more active, where you're hiking serious trails, you can do that. Dominica is home to the first and the longest distance trail called the Waitukubuli National Trail. Waitukubuli means longest or body. And again, I was mentioning earlier about the second largest boiling lake and the national park. It's home to that. It is located here within that. So again, it has you'll find out about the island history. It just looks beautiful. There's just the biology, the natural aspects, the forest conservation. It's all beautiful there. And again, it's as active as you want to be. You can go there and experience it.
Once you start searching out, you'll keep going.
That's exactly it. We're going to go deep into Dominica. So deep that we're going to be diving, and that's what we're talking about now. It's been recognized as one of the best diving experiences because the underwater flora and the macro life under there is just so beautiful. So many colorful fish, from barracuda to different fish. They're just beautiful. And photographers, Dominica receives a number of photographers that would like to get those underwater shots because the water is clean as well. It has a cleanliness to it that people can enjoy. We have 3 main marine reserves throughout different parts of the island. And also there's a number of dive shops that offer diving for those that are, PADI certified or maybe even want to get PADI certified. You could offer different tours and packages. So something exciting for the divers in the lot.
It's awesome.
And of course, the nature. I talk about this. It's in our name. I speak about it almost every slide. We have tropical rainforest. It's covering 2/3 of the island, if you can imagine. I mentioned 365 rivers. Now imagine 1,200 plant species, different ones. It's just a biological beauty is what I got to call it. It's so beautiful. The biodiversity is amazing there. and you almost feel better and rejuvenated, Susan, when you
Yes.
go somewhere where the air is clean, the water is clean. You just feel, I don't know, it just takes years off your life. You feel rejuvenated.
I love your tagline for Dominica where it says, "Lose your cares, free your soul." So that's what Dominica can do for you.
That's exactly it. And it's mental health. It's focused on finding you, right? And getting better, because that's what we all need nowadays. We just need to get better and feel better,
Absolutely.
That's exactly it. So a little bit more about the nature. There's a number I mentioned about waterfalls like Trafalgar Falls, Middleham Falls. There's the Emerald Pool, which is called the Emerald Pool because there's a lot of greenery. And under the water as well, so it gives it this emerald look to it, which is beautiful. And Indian River, which is, again, where Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed in, but it offers a number of riverbanks and passages that you can sort of tour through on a boat or canoe, which is very exciting. Whale watching. People may not be aware of this, and this should be a fun fact. Dominica is the whale watching capital of the Caribbean, if you've been.
Yes.
We have a 95% success rate, and literally the most common are between November and March, but people have gone on off times, and you could still see dolphins swimming and other aquatic life, so it's very beautiful there. So again, we are the whale watching capital for those that are interested, so keep that in mind.
Sperm whale stays there year round. So
that's exactly it. Susan's fast facts. I want to add it in there. That's good. The next, horseback riding. People may not be aware you can do horseback riding in the island. And what I love about this is that the owner is from Waterloo, Ontario. She's Canadian. And I speak to her whenever I go. And it's just such an exciting time to go there and to see that. So I just wanted to mention that for all our, the viewers, and that you can do horseback riding on the beach, through the countryside, and through the historical sites, which is very educational and fun as well. And then finally, you have those routes where it's hiking. But what about people that want to bike? You can do that in Dominica. You want that extra adrenaline by biking those paths through nature? You can do that, and that's something that we like to throw in there as well for people that are into the biking culture. Mm-hmm. And finally, this river tubing is under here as well. Canyoning and river tubing. You can go through over the waterfalls and the different portions through the caves and go exploring. And you don't have to be a super certified expert for this. You can do light canyoning or something more severe if you're more into it. But there's something for everyone, is what we like to say.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's the adventure portion. And there's more, of course, but hey, we only have limited time. We want to get you. We need to tease everyone.
Yes.
Dominica, that's the goal, right, Susan?
Yes, get your bags packed. Packing now.
You got 20 minutes, people. Start packing.
Yes.
So, of course, you're packing. You're wondering, where are we going to go? Where am I going to stay? We're going to highlight some of the properties here. Some of the newer ones.
Beautiful. Oh.
You listen, eco-friendly adventure wellness, minimal electricity, natural light, fans. They have water collection basins. They actually grow, I believe, a lot of their own spices as well, and different things there, which are always exciting. So again, nice 60 villa, 120 rooms, and it's just an exciting property. Another one for those that are into chains, because some people love chains. They love to trust them and they're interested in them. The Cabritz Resort Kempinski and Douglas Bay. This is a beautiful 5-star right on the beachfront.
Yeah,
and it's
stunning.
Right? It's stunning. And the key is that you work with the island, because you don't want to take too much away from the island in terms of the nature and natural beauty. You have to work with the island, make sure you have low lighting, you have programs to assist. So again, we're always giving back and you're not taking too much from the island. Mm-hmm. And finally, coming up is going to be the Anichi Resort and Spa, which is a Marriott property. And for any Marriott Resort members, right, those Marriott Resort members, you will have something to stay at if you're interested. And it's under that autograph collection. Again, 128-room resort. It's going to look stunning and beautiful. And stay tuned for more on that if you're interested.
That's a lovely picture. Yes.
It is, right? It's stunning. Mm-hmm. It's stunning. And again, these are some of the newer properties, but we have a lot of existing properties that offer packages for consumers. They even offer commissionable rates for agents if you're interested. Mm-hmm. So some of them I'm going to touch on are Picard Beach Cottages. It's literally, I say it's a 1-minute walk, but I want to say it's like 20 seconds, because it's like 20 steps. You can hear the waves and the water, and you're that close, and it's that beautiful. And what's great is that a number of the film crew and team and actors from the Pirates of the Caribbean stayed there. So a lot of the rooms will have a little tag that says, Johnny Depp, Michael Bay, Orlando Bloom. It'll be
Cool.
kind of fun fact about some people that have stayed there, which I think is a nice little touch.
Yes.
The Champs. Some people call it the Champs. The Champs. The Champs Hotel, northern part of the island, beautiful, by this couple, Hans, and they're from the Netherlands. They're just a great, positive couple, so kind, and they've been in Dominica for a number of years. They basically built this property overlooking Rosso, and you could tell they have their own pool. They have a lively bar, beautiful restaurant and eatery, even shops. And they'll even help take you out for tours, and they offer taxis and rental cars, so they can help you with all of that. Great couple. Another property, Fort Young Hotel. Many people may be familiar with it. It's right on the coastline near the port, near the cruise port at the capital city of Rosso. And again, they offer beautiful exclusive services, like they have a restaurant with breakfast buffet, yoga classes. And what people love about it, it's very close to the market and the downtown region. So you could still go out if you'd like to go out for dinner, or if you'd like to go out shopping for clothing or books or anything, really.
Oh, love the Secret Bay. Oh, boy, the villas.
The secret of Secret Bay is out. The secret is that it's one of the top resorts in the entire Caribbean. Look it up if you don't trust me. It's been voted one of the top just for its 5-star personalized service and its luxury villas. And I mean, those images are not doctored. Those are just actual shots that we've taken when we're there. It's that beautiful.
I posted one today showing that there was 2 chairs and was waiting for them.
I love that you did that. So it's almost like, who wants to sign up now? Come on, sign up for the first 2 people, whoever gets. Another one, beautiful property, Pagua Bay at the oceanfront cabanas. And it's a sleek hotel. And again, it's not too many rooms because it's private, but it's beautiful. It has like that infinity pool and just beautiful views. That's what makes it important.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all the ocean view cabanas have beautiful verandas and wood floors and vaulted ceilings, so it's got a luxury feel to it.
Yes.
And another one from a great couple, Tom and Sherry, Wanderlust Caribbean. This is it's an adventure boutique hotel, and what's different is, see this, all the views are beautiful. They're built to work with the island, as you can see, which is something that you can see. And what's interesting is that with them, Tom and Sherry are so nice. It's a 6-room resort, 5 to 6 room resort, and so it's private. If you have family, you can get run of the house if you want, and everyone has their own room. Or if you're going with other couples, and they'll even take you out for tours. You want to go snorkeling, diving, hiking, fishing. They'll do it all, and they'll even cook for you. You can talk to them about having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they'll even take you to the local restaurants. So very exciting.
That sounds like a great place to do a small, intimate destination wedding.
You are correct. It's a great thing to go there to experience that. It's very exciting. So I've done that before, and what's great is they're close to a restaurant called Pause, which is short for positive. And the owner, Troy Dixon, he's from Toronto, Ontario. He's a fellow Canadian. So It's great that we have a lot of Canadian in Dominica. So Susan, when we get you to Dominica, you need to meet these Canadians. The lady Jennifer from Waterloo, who does the horseback riding, and Troy from Paul's Restaurant, to have some great dinner and share Toronto stories.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to that.
I know, and people always ask me, Susan, I know we talk about villas. A number of properties like Jungle Bay and others will have villas, but there's a few that focus on that, and one of them is Harmony Villas. And it's got beautiful local art that you can see, their own collection. It's beautiful architecture, and it's easy walking to different waterfalls. So again, for families and larger groups, they love their villas. And another one is Tibet Villas. Again, just beautiful views. They offer full amenity services and everything you need to make your stay beautiful for you and your family. So there are more villas. So again, for anyone that's interested, reach out to me. Happy to talk about that more. So I think we're ready to go to Dominica. I think with all of that knowledge, Susan, I think we've peppered some people. But I'm going to tell more. I'm going to talk more because what's interesting is events. People want to know, are there any key festivals that take place in Dominica? And I'd love to be able to say yes, there are. And there's a number of events, but I want to quickly highlight 2 because there's so much we have to talk about on this great webinar today. One of the main ones, is Dominica's World Creole Music Festival. Takes place over 3 nights, and ties into their independence celebrations between October and November. And again, it's just music from not just from the Caribbean, but from around the world. They have artists coming in, well-known and exciting new ones within the island. So it's something exciting that people actually come for. And another one is Hike Fest. You got to imagine, we talk a lot about the great trails and the longest distance trail in the Caribbean. Well, Hike Fest is perfect for that. It happens on weekends, and it takes place earlier in the year. And basically, people love it because it's a different fun fact hiking fest type trail. So again, there's more festivals and events related to food, celebrations. But again, these are just two I quickly wanted to highlight about.
Perfect.
So, Susan, I think earlier we were chatting and you mentioned to me about romance, weddings. Nature is beautiful, and beautiful nature is love. That's what I want to say. And that is Dominica, because there is nothing more romantic than a beautiful view, beautiful nature, beautiful weather, and a beautiful setting. And the first two letters of Dominica is do, and that's what we want people to say, I do, in Dominica, with that beautiful nature and the sunsets and the beautiful water. I'm telling you that people have done everything from getting married under a waterfall to being on top of one of the lush mountains. Even underwater, people have done weddings. Stand out. And again, being one of the more exotic and romantic escapes in the Caribbean, because you're so natural, you're not overdeveloped. There's not too many. You don't see too many restaurant chains. It's not overcrowded. You want that serenity and beauty and simplicity, because the bride's standing out. So you want everything else to be second to the bride, and that's what happens there.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
And Susan, for those people that stayed, and I want to tell you something interesting, you could win a 5-night stay at Jungle Bay Dominica for 2.
Ooh, exciting.
It is now the 27th. You have until July 31st. You have to go to the website, discoverdominica.com/en/inournature, and you have to put in your email, and you could win a 5-night stay at Jungle Bay Resort. It's priceless, is what I like to say, Susan, because the beautiful escape, the beautiful stay, the beautiful views, you're going to have.
That's definitely worth doing.
That's right. That's exactly it. So remember that, people. You could win a 5-night stay by July 31st. So go on now in the next day or two.
Just go back to that slide a sec, Jerry.
Yes.
So it's discoverdominica.com.
/en/inournature. But if you go to discoverdominica.com, you'll see the In Our Nature tab there, and you could click on that.
Okay. Perfect.
So I like to always talk about, just for travel agents, I mean, for anyone, for Susan, especially with Susan, we really love working with you on this, and we want to be able to work with you more. The idea is we have an OTT program, DominicaExpertsCanada.com. You could go on their free sort of programs, half hour each. There's 5 of them max. You can become a Dominica ambassador, and we would promote you, of course, to consumers and trade shows, and that's what's important. So I think it's important for anyone that agent-wise that would like to go there to do that and become certified. It's very important and very fun as well. And another one is oh, thank you, Susan, for that. I love that referral. Testimonial, 5 stars right there. Another one is we have an incentive program. So we work with travel agents to work on a program to be able to offer incentives, whether you pass them on to your consumers and your customers, or whether you keep them for yourself. We can work on that. So I tell people to give me a call. And finally, we do travel agent FAMs. So we offer that. And obviously, as things open up, we're going to be offering more travel agent FAMs. But obviously, we want people that are very interested in Dominica to carry, not just to come for a free trip, but to be able to come and say, hey, I want to do this, and I'm going to be able to sell Dominica. So we do a share where, you cover a little bit of the flight, and then we cover everything else, the other half of the flight and the stay and everything, and meet with hoteliers and hopefully come together to become a carrier of Dominica to promote it and sell.
Hey, I love Dominica. I definitely talk about it all the time. So.
Susan, you're on there. So that's what I'm telling you. You're the best. And Susan, we love you for this. So thank you for helping us on this.
Yeah.
And Susan, look at that. Perfect timing coming up.
Awesome. Wonderful.
I want to thank everyone, all the Canadians. Dominica loves Canadians, and it's very exciting. I'll quickly say that it's important for people to say, hey, you need to pick a destination that has more space, more serenity, more safety, and that's what Dominica offers. So keep that in mind when you're booking for this coming winter. And I'm going to move it on to you, Susan.
Oh, perfect. Oh, thank you so very much, Jerry. That was wonderful. We went on an awesome paradise adventure to the beautiful nature island of Dominica, where we're going to lose our cares and free our soul and just have a marvelous, absolutely wonderful time. So there's my contact information. So please get a hold of me, because we can get there from Miami, direct flights with American Airlines. Hey, that's awesome. That's great news for us. And soon, when the international airport's done, then direct flights, even from Canada. Yay, Canada. So, but I can help you in all aspects from different countries. So thanks very much, Jerry, for coming with us and talking to us about Dominica. We look forward to having you on again, because we always can be refreshed about this beautiful, beautiful island of adventure and rejuvenation, and truly be inspired by everything it has to offer. So I want to thank you again. Thanks everybody for joining today. Stay safe, be happy, keep smiling. Guess what? There's changes in the Canadian market. August 9th, new flights. September 7th, international. Yay! We're so excited about that. So anyway, get your bookings now, because you think you're going to get dates that you want to go on. Other countries have been booking and dates are booked. So if you think you're going to go on that vacation, you better talk to me ASAP. We can get you there, especially to Dominica, and that will be so awesome. So everybody, take care. We'll talk soon. See you next week. We got another adventure.
You got it. Discover Dominica, everyone. We love you. Thank you.